Hi, I'm Linda from Banjos Bead House and welcome to our how-to video on simple drop earrings. This is a great video if you're just starting to make earrings, as we're going to show you the basic technique you need to turn that loop at the top so you can make any bead into a fun little earring to wear. Now there are some supplies you're going to need for this. So you'll need some beads, some ear hooks, you'll need some head pins, some pliers and a ruler. So I'm going to switch you to my overhead camera and walk you through what each of those items are. So bead wise today I'm using some coin beads, which are nice and flat, but you can use any beads you like for this, as long as they're a pair, or you can go mismatch as well. That's your choice. I've got a pair of 51mm silver plate head pins here, and I have some matching French hooks in the silver plate to use as well. So the first tool we'll need is a metal ruler, and you'll see why soon. You can use a plastic one, but the metal has a little bit more durability, so it's definitely my preference to use that. You'll need a pair of cutters. Now these are flush cutters, which means they are flush on one side and have a little V indent on the other. And with these you always want the flush side to go towards the finished piece of the work. You will then need a pair of round nose pliers. Now a lot of kids like these because these part looks like ice cream cones. Now where you turn on here is going to depend on the size of your loop, but these are round nose pliers. Do not open and close jump rings with these, because what you'll do is bend this little tip, and that's going to cause you problems when you're trying to do really tight curling. So these are really only kept for curling. And then the next thing you'll need is a pair of chain nose, which is the ones with the tiny point, or in my case I'm using a bent chain nose, so it's basically one that's just got a curve on it. So that's the tools you'll need. So the first tool we need for this is actually the ruler. So I'm going to grab my beads and my head pin. Now you want to make sure your head pin's not going to pull all the way through your bead. If it does, just use a little stopper bead or a little decorative bead there first. So I've threaded on both of these. Now the next thing I'm going to do is grab my ruler, and I'm positioning my bead at the end of the ruler so I can actually push that to a nice 90-degree angle. Now doing this helps you get a really nice centered curve. It's one of my little tips. So we're going to turn the other one at the same time. So we've got two with this 90-degree bend in them, and we're then going to cut away the excess wire. So there's a little 1 centimeter mark here. That's a great place to start, and you just want to snip that excess wire away. So we're going to repeat that with the other one. So 1 centimeter, it's a great easy mark to remember. You're just going to snip away at that mark, and you're left with your little offcut and your bead ready to go with its little wire. Then you're going to pick up your round nose pliers, and we're going to make our bend. So with this pair of pliers, I know I need to go probably about a third of the way in, and you're just grabbing the absolute tip of the wire, as you can see there. So no wires passing here, it's just the very tip caught there. And you'll see I grab my pliers as they're facing down in my hand like that, so then I can hold them like this and make my curl this way. A lot of people will try and make the curl twisting back this way. It's a really awkward handhold, so it's a lot easier on your wrist if you grab and then roll away from you. So about a third of the way in. Now this is something that, as you get to do this a lot, if you want to make this smaller you can. I did get down to about a 0.6 at one stage mil cut, but it's a great way when you're starting out. Use the 1 centimeter, make a Sharpie mark where it works, and that way you'll have a matching curl every single time you do this. So from there, we've got our head pin in our tip, and we're just going to roll our wrist away from us. And as I pull out, you can see I've got most of my curl already made. Now I'm going to pop my thumb there, slide him back in, and just bend that back just ever so slightly, just to help me get this more centered. Go back in, and then this guy is the driving force, the top side. Just make a few little adjustments, and there's my finished loop. So that's one. We're going to repeat the process on this one. So we're grabbing the very tip of our wire. Now I'm holding this with the end of that wire, that head sitting on my finger here, which gives me the ability to control with my thumb here and my other finger here the actual head pin as I'm working. So we are rolling away, we're coming back out and just bending back a little bit, and then rolling back. As you can see, we are rolling back to create our loop. So we now have our loops. So that's great. We've made our little drops. Now what, that you might ask? Well, now we pick up our ear hooks, and I'm positioning that so I can get to the round loop that's on this one and tip this up. And I'm just going to grab one of our little matching loops, slide that on, and twist close. So that's one way you can connect. The other way is you can grab this loop, tip that up, grab your ear hook, thread on, and tip down. Now it's your choice which method you choose to use. They both work, as you can see, and in a very quick little amount of time we've made a fun little pair of simple drop earrings. So as I said, it's a really simple little technique. The ruler helps you get them balanced so that you get a similar size loop on each side. As you practice, you will get better and better and better, and you may be able to slide down and cut even less wire, but it's all about practice. But get out there, have some fun, and make yourself some simple drop earrings. Thank you for watching our how-to video, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.